Hi, everyone. I know that some of you folks here have seen me over the last couple of years as a civilian trying to make change in my community and in the city to keep us safe and to keep us just. Today I come to you in a different context as a candidate for Congress in Congressional District 5. I want to thank all the participants and my supporters and endorsers here today. Your support means so much, and you're part of a growing coalition of support among community leaders, clergy, activists, politicians, and former politicians, ethnic groups. And it gives us confidence that we are going to win this election. For those of you who don't know much about me, I am an immigrant from Jamaica, where my father was a Pentecostal preacher in a low-income community in which we lived, and my mom was a seamstress. I'm one of 10 kids, and I came to the United States in 1970 with $83 in my pocket. I attended Pratt Institute and studied industrial design, and became a designer in the toy industry, where I ran R&D departments for Hasbro, Playskool, Milton Bradley, and other companies before I started my own design studio, selling design concepts to the industry. I volunteered heavily in church. I had made a vow to always live in a low-income community, no matter how high I ascended in public or private life. And I was volunteering at my church in Pilgrim Baptist Church when I met the incredible Sandra Hollinger. We got married, and according to my vow, she joined me in the risky life in the Jordan neighborhood, in the most violent node of the Jordan neighborhood in North Minneapolis. In fact, a week after we moved in, a bullet came through our window, and we set about immediately to organize. That means we had block club meetings in our living room with continental breakfast once a month. And we became so effective with my neighbors in organizing for change that my neighbors eventually asked me to run for office. And I served 3 terms on the Minneapolis what did I serve on? I served 3 terms on the Minneapolis City Council. I ran for mayor once, and then I served a term on the school board. That was my public service. I then became CEO of Microgrants, which I now lead, and we give small grants to low-income people starting a business. We also, after Philando was killed, started the Lights On program, where instead of a ticket or a confrontation, a driver who has a light out and is pulled over now gets a voucher from the police officer to fix it for free, up to $250, all across the state of Minnesota, and now in 15 other states. I started this program, and I raise all the money for the program. And so that shows that even as a civilian, I am very involved in the life of my community. In fact, after George Floyd was killed, I held a 1-month daily Healing Our City gathering, which included leaders from all faiths, Buddhist, Hindu, Jewish, people of all denominations, coming to spend 8 minutes and 34 seconds in silence to honor George Floyd. Thousands of people came. And then during the trial, the Chauvin trial, we did it online for 72 days with up to 800 people online, holding the city together in our hearts across all faiths. And so I have been involved in organizing in my community, and both as a public official and as a private citizen. Now I'm here running against my opponent, Ilhan Omar, And we agree on many basic democratic issues. We agree that health care is a human right. We agree on a woman's right to choose, combating climate change, supporting unions, expanding voting rights. But with the stakes as high as they are in Washington in these divisive times, people are demanding a different approach to leadership. This is a time of high conflict, and the exhausted majority is demanding change. Congresswoman Omar was one of 6 Democrats who voted against the Biden infrastructure bill. She was one of 2 Democrats to vote against the Russian oil sanctions, and one of 4 to vote against the seizing of Russian oligarch assets. She was one of 3 Democrats who voted against securing the Capitol in the wake of the January 6th insurrection. And with regard to our challenges locally, my opponent rebuked President Obama, who, like me, believes that defund the police was a snappy slogan that only alienates voters and makes real reform more difficult. She responded that defunding the police isn't a snappy slogan, but a policy demand. We don't need someone to make a point in Washington. We need someone to make a difference in Washington. Those votes and statements didn't hurt Joe Manchin or Kyrsten Sinema. They hurt Joe Biden, Democrats in swing states. And frankly, they hurt the voters of the 5th district. That is what this campaign is about. It's to advance our progressive values together. That's what we are going to do in this campaign with these partners and many, many more that will be revealed over the coming weeks. And that's what we're going to do in Washington, working together for change, because you can't get anything done without working together. Thank you.